Hey there guys, Noah here, and welcome back to another DivineZ Recap episode. This time we're doing episode 5.
Do we ever get titles for these episodes?
Nope.
Yeah, I think they just put them in the YouTube description what the titles are or something. I don't know.
Yeah, but this time we had Nitan go up against Taizo, I think his name is.
Yeah, his name's Taizo.
But I feel like, similarly to how Now got the answers of which she was looking for, I think Nitan in this episode definitely got the answers that she was looking for.
Yeah, as the episode was going on and we were getting more and more about her and less about him, I was like, yeah, they're probably setting her up to lose at this point. And, well, I mean, spoiler alert, she did end up losing, but she got what she wanted at the end of the day. Technically, her wish was granted, was to, well, not change herself. Well, her wish was to change herself, but the point is that what would have made her most happy was being herself.
Yeah, and she felt like she couldn't do that while she was being an idol, and so...
Well, she's going back to being an idol. She enjoyed being an idol, but she just didn't like the scrutiny.
Yeah.
And again, like I said in the previous episode, being an idol in Japan is so hard.
Yeah.
They get scrutinized for way too much more than idols in the state do. We don't really have idols like that.
We used to have, like
boy bands and pop princesses.
And I guess you have people like Jonas Brothers and Hannah Montana and stuff, but outside of that, like...
No, Hannah Montana's Miley Cyrus, and she's more respected now. The Jonas Brothers are the Jonas Brothers.
Yeah.
But they're not like idols in the sense like Japan has them, where they're like practically worshipped.
Yeah.
And seen as like the most perfect people. Like if Miley Cyrus was in Japan and did the crap that she did at her teenage years,
oh boy,
you would have believed she would have never been able to make music again.
Oh yeah.
Or been as popular as she was. Like, but that's just how tough it is to be an idol in Japan.
And I think Taizo did... I will give him this. Like, he kind of steered her in the right direction. Like, he kind of just sat there and said, hey, if they're giving you such a hard time, just say, screw them, and just move on.
He just told them to shut up, but really, I think he was... what he wanted to really say was just tell them, fuck you guys, and just ignore them and walk away. But it really is sometimes easier said than done, depending on the situation. And if you face that kind of scrutiny all the time, like, you really need to be able to just...
to be able to find ways to actually dealing with it, which is, again, a lot easier said than done. But what was weird about this episode, I found in particular, was like, even before the fight, was that Taizo kind of just showed up to Hikari's hospital room.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, at first I thought the pudding was from the hospital. Like, you know how some hospitals, they just have random treats around? Yeah. But then it's just like, oh, look, he's here. And I'm like, is this some type of intimidation tactic? Is this, trying to get into the enemy's head right now? He's not even about to fight Yu's clone.
Akina.
Clone Yu Akina, whatever the heck his name is.
His name is Akina.
No, okay. No, I know. But, like, it's just, like, I don't know. It was just kind of, like, sussy behavior. It's like, why, out of all the people you could be visiting at the hospital, are you visiting some girl that's really random to you, aside from the fact that she's the sister of one of the person you're competing against?
Yeah. Like, that was, like, I had so many questions as to the reason why, and they really don't address it outside of that.
Yeah, no, they don't say anything about it. He's just like, hi.
Also, I'm looking forward to the fight, Mitan. Laters. Yeah. And it's just so fucking weird that he did that.
Yeah, we didn't hear what his wish was.
But I kind of have a feeling I know what his wish is, outside of the prediction you made a while back, which I don't know if you actually said of any of these recap videos or not.
What did I say it was?
Because you initially said that it was going to be a wish to get Michiru out of his coma.
No, that would have been like a wish for Raika to make, not him. He wasn't really close with Michiru.
No, but, like, you get what I mean.
Yeah.
But I think for him, it's going to be...
I don't think so. I think it's going to have to do something with either his company or something to do with the fact that he seems to always be coming in second place and never being able to reach the top.
Yeah, that's more or less what I'm thinking. It's either... It's got to be a combination of those two things, because I feel like for him, I think even going back to Will Dress, one thing I noticed about Taizo as a character was that he was a jack of all trades, master of none, in a sense, where he was managing a company while simultaneously being a pro fighter, and he said it himself where actually doing two jobs like that is extremely difficult. Mm-hmm. And I that's like essentially having two full-time jobs practically and being the main like head honcho of one of them. Like that must not be easy. Like I can't even imagine.
No, it's definitely not. From his perspective, it's not. Like he won't have the time at times to really sit down and study the meta and stuff. But for as well as he does, with having a full-time job in a company that he's in charge of, I don't think he's doing too bad. I know it gets frustrating after a certain point when you're always getting like second and you're like, damn it, why can't I just get to first?
Yeah.
Like I can understand that frustration, but I don't know. I feel like it's gonna take something bigger to make him, because like he seemed pretty confident this episode and he didn't seem too stressed about anything.
Honestly,
either he's really confident that he's gonna win, or his wish is something that he's probably thinking it'd be nice if it'd be granted, but
it's not the biggest deal in the world if it's not.
It's not a deal breaker if it doesn't get granted.
I don't know, because I feel like there's more to it, because at the end of the episode we saw the mask guy come in and he's like, listen, whatever you do, you have to win your next fight. We cannot allow Akina to win. Even though, let's be honest, that's what's more than likely going to happen in the next episode. Because...
Well, I mean, he has main character syndrome. He's going to make it all the way, and he's going to win it. Obviously, because Bushy never really goes against that.
Wouldn't it be weird, but also kind of cool if they actually said, fuck that?
It's not going to happen.
You're
it
right.
would be, but it's not going to happen. But I feel like one other twist, because I was thinking about this. I know this isn't a Clamp project. It's technically, this is just Clamp's designs, but Clamp this might be a minor spoiler for Cardcaptor Sakura.
Okay.
For all of you people. So if you haven't seen Cardcaptor Sakura yet, I highly recommend it. It's kind of slice of lifey and slow pace, but I guarantee you it's worth it. It's a really nice, cute show. But anyway, you know how for Sakura at the end of collecting the cards, you know, there was a big event that was going to happen, and Kiro was like, it's not, like, the world isn't going to explode, but it turned out to be something that was more emotionally heartbreaking, and that was that everything that loved Sakura just didn't feel it anymore, because the cards had bonded with her. So, in order for the cards to not feel pain.
Ooh.
So I have a feeling it could go something like, if this was Clamp doing it, if this was Clamp making the anime, I feel like they'd probably go a route like that, because they're a little bit clever when it comes to things like that. That they could just, like, I mean, at the same time, it could be with his wish for his sister to get better. Akina's his name, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I keep forgetting because he just looks so much like Yu-Yu.
Yeah,
I just can't.
After all these weeks later, I still can't get over it.
Okay, but the point is that I could see that one twist that could happen, I don't know if it will, but one twist that could happen is that Akina himself could lose his life, and for his wish to be granted for his sister. Or, again, more, if they're gonna go a dark route, more likely he'll just get sucked into Cray.
I don't know. I think... Okay, I don't know, because the problem is like, killing him off kind of would be a weird thing, because this isn't like certain shows where you can get away with that sort of shit.
That's why I don't think they'd kill him. I feel like they would just be like, he's being transferred to Cray or something. Or his life ended on Earth, but he's living on in Cray.
I I don't see that happening. I think, again, it's got to do something with the plushie dragon, because, like, there's no way that there isn't, like, something he's trying to get out of it. You know what I mean? After everything is all said and done, regardless of who ends up winning the entire thing. Like, that's what's really getting to me. It's like, what the hell does the plushie dragon want? And I don't know his name. And honestly, I keep forgetting his name because his name barely comes up at times. But, like, what does he gain out of doing this shit? That's what I really want to know. And what does the mask guy know that nobody else knows yet?
I still think the guy behind the mask is Yu-Yu. I still believe it's Yu-Yu. I called it last episode recap, and I'm still sticking to it. I am sticking with it. I don't care if I'm wrong at the end of the day. I just am believing that is Yu-Yu.
I think, if anything, it may be a character from the previous seasons, but I don't think it's Yu-Yu. I think that would be way too of just convenience sake for it to be Yu-Yu, because you have to remember, he went out and left and did his own shit.
Yeah, he might have learned something too while he was out doing his own thing, and he said, like, I need to stop this from happening.
But, like...
And then he can't reveal himself for some odd reason.
I don't know. I feel like it's too much of a coincidence. I think it is... Well, we're just gonna have to wait to see what happens. But I think now that we know we're getting another, like, clash fight next week.
Yeah, like basically Akina. I thought they would go through the ringer, like they put the Zorga guy and the Dark States guy against each other next. But apparently they just want Akina to fight everybody, which makes me think if this thing is rigged.
Ooh.
In a way, like if it's really rigged because they want Akina to lose.
Yeah, because why would you have him face the pro fighter? Well,
no.
None of them would have been.
Well, no. The only thing is that, again, the way this bracket is set up, it should have been those two fighting next. But they're just throwing those two into a fight without the other two having to fight.
So they're probably, like, saving it in the back for the very end.
They're just gonna have him fight everybody at this point.
Which I think would be such a cop-out way of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since we barely know what Masanori is doing at this point in time.
Which one's Masanori?
The Zorka guy.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah, we still don't know what the hell he's doing in all of this.
Mm-hmm. And
for as far as we know, the Dark States guy is just sitting there. He's just like, I don't care when you decide to throw me into the ringer. I will handle this on my own. Which, that in itself, again, I'm getting mixed messages on. Because remember how in, I think it was episode 4, where the mask guy comes up to him and is like, you don't have to play this out. It is like, yes, I do. I'm going to play this out regardless.
Well, no, he said that it was just fate led him to this point, so he's just going to do it because...
Yeah, but why would he purposely try to interfere with that when there was a chance that he would have just dropped out of the running at that point?
He was
probably
trying to convince him to drop out, and he just didn't.
Well, because what sense does that make if you need to keep strong fighters in the back to beat Akina at that point? Doesn't that
I told you, this is all just speculation right now. I just said that out of speculation.
No,
I don't believe that's going to happen.
I know, but, like, that's what's going on in my head, because, like, why would you go through all that effort, you know, of kind of telling him, no, don't continue to play this, when your whole goal is to beat Akina or get someone to beat him? Like, that, I just get mixed messages with it.
I think you're thinking a little too hard about it. The Vanguard anime is usually something you don't have to think that hard over.
But you get what I mean. Like, it's just so fucking weird that they would do that.
Again, if this was a Clamp production, like actual Clamp production, then I could be like, yeah, that's kind of like a thing that there's probably going to come into play later. But I don't think it's going to go that deep.
For me, at the end of all this, like, I have more questions that I came into with initially. Between both what Taizo what his whole thing is about, and then why the mask guy decided in episode 4 to say, you don't have to continue to play this out to the Dark States guy, when his whole...
Well, he didn't even get a match yet. He was just telling him, like, you don't have, like...
Yeah, and that's
why
what
do
I
you
mean.
want to do this if it means you risk your life? That's basically what he said. It's basically what he was trying to tell him.
I don't know.
I wish I had a chance to put this in at the end of that last recap, and I'll put it in for you right now. Because what that does there just sums up, basically, that conversation.
This is your life. You can't leave something like that to chance.
I don't. I make my own luck.
Okay.
That's what.
Well, that sounds about right. Yeah. All right.
But no, wait, one more thing.
Yeah.
Willista's gonna be a ridiculous deck when it comes out. Well, he got a good upgrade.
Honestly, I think he's like, because I don't think he's gonna be as good as you're hyping him up today.
No. I didn't say he was gonna be best deck.
No, but
he did get better. Like, I think Willista players are gonna have a whole lot more. Welstra players are gonna have a lot more to work with. They're gonna be able to minus power like Mega Colony and D-Police were able to do back in the day.
Yeah, with Zeal, which I think was the point. It was
Yeah.
kind of a similar design space because Zeal's whole thing was like minus 20k to your Vanguard, and it's just like, excuse me, the fuck?
Yeah, but wasn't there another clan that just kept minusing 5 and stuff? Oh, what's her name from Murakumo was doing that too.
Oh, Shirayuki?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of got those vibes from it, but Welstra's been doing this for a while. But regardless, I think I would like to, in the next episode, to at least get somewhat of a glimpse of what Masanori is doing and what the Dark States guy is doing.
Masanori is probably there just to F things up.
Oh yeah,
like, he's there. I don't think he's there. I think he's there just because he enjoys like effing with people. I don't know. I think he just says, I like to create drama. I live for drama, so I'm going to continue this to cause drama. I'm
purposely on Twitter just to cause drama. He is that type of guy. Like, there's no getting around that. Like Masanori has always been there to start shit.
Yeah, he might have an actual wish, but I feel like he's probably doing this just for just because he just likes to F with people.
Yeah, more the less. But let us know in the comment section what you guys think about this episode. And until next time, this is Noah.
And Neko.
And we'll see you guys later.
Bye.